G'day guys, we are jumping straight into this. This is class number 3, which is a collaboration with Crazy Craft Obsession. You will find their shop link in the description below. Thank you very much, Cass, for providing the class kit for me for free so I could create these classes for you guys. Thank you very much, guys. Now, I am going to jump right in here and say to you that I'm pretty proud of this one. This is a good effort. I really like how this one turns out. Now, as you can see, I'm going through one of the A5 sheets that is in the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Happy Days collection. It is the A5 stack. If you're playing along at home, if you don't already have, if you have the kit, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have the kit, I will have listed below the kit as per what everyone was provided, and or you can find similar things at your place in your little collections to play along. Now, you're probably looking at this now and it's given it away what I'm doing on this particular layout, and this layout is going to have a crossword on it. Yes, I've gone there. Now, before you click off and go, oh, that's boring, let me explain why. Why have I done it? Because when we have our albums, I personally create my albums for future generations to be able to look back at good times that were had, whether that is my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, all of the above. Scrapbooking to me is fantastic, and that is why I do it. Now, I am pulling out my scoreboard. I love this scoreboard. I wish I could still get blades for it because it cuts perfect 90 degrees every time. Now, I'm doing 1/2 inch squares, and I am simply, I'm just scoring the lines at 1/2 inch all the way across, created a 7x7 square and with 1/2 inch squares all the way through. Now, this is where I differ ever so slightly from the kit that is provided to you, but you may already have, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may already have some LUNAR paste at home. Now, if you watched the last class, you will know that I really desperately wanted to use the beautiful mint plaid sheets in the stack of papers. Now, the reason I am doing this particular color is I thought it would show up better, and by using the LUNAR paste, it gives me the ability to show the texture so you guys can see it better on the video. Now, I was going to use the yellow Distress Oxide spray in mustard seed. That is what we actually supplied in the kit. So if you decide that you would like to give this a crack with the LUNAR paste and you don't have any, jump onto the Crazy Craft Obsession site and they have got plenty of them. They even have the new solar pastes. I haven't got any of them yet, but they look magic. They really do. Now, I have skipped ahead a little bit because who wants to see me putting down letters on letters on letters on letters? We all know how to glue down some letters, right? So I did skip over that bit. Now, I know that my videos get sped up. That is what I do. I do not take out chunks to make it look like magic, voila, it just happened. I don't do that. If you've been around long enough, you know that I leave in everything. So the only time I ever skip bits out is if it's a super repetitive process, because I value your time as much as you value your time, and I'm not going to waste your time sitting around when I can do it a little bit quicker. Now, I'm creating a black border and around a white background, and I've cut the center out of the black because the white is going to be solid, so I didn't need it for support. And this is the worst black cardstock on the planet. Do not ever buy it. This particular cardstock, I'm just using it up, and because I knew it was going behind these beautiful papers, I knew, can you see all those frayed little fluffy bits? and it's got nothing to do with my blade. My blade's brand new. It's the paper. It's terrible. So I'm trying to use it up. And when I use it up, then I will be getting a much better paper. So this is what I'm creating. Now, I do second guess myself. I'm creating a nice black border top and bottom, and I was going to leave the edges plain like that, but it did my head in. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I know I have this issue with borders. Okay, I always have to have borders on things, and at the moment, that's working for me. And I never used to do borders all the time, but of late, the way I scrapbook, because everybody's scrapbooking evolves. I mean, am I right? You don't scrap how you used to 20 years ago. You know what you like, and what you like doesn't really change. You know, whether it's colors, whether it's any of those sort of things. Ignore my glue, by the way. FYI, complete user error. Do not blame the Art Glitter Glue. It is completely all on me. If you haven't tried this stuff, you really should. Cass and Jacques sell it over at Crazy Craft Obsession, and it is the best glue. I love it. I don't use anything else other than my tape runner. But it is amazing. But see how I've got it laying down like that? Don't do it, because you just cause yourself headaches down the track. Now, can you see? Tell me if you think it looks wrong without the black on the edges. Let me know below. If you're, hopefully by this stage you've got yourself a coffee, because this is a 23-minute video. So I'm just letting you know. I probably should have told you that right off the bat, so you could have got yourself a coffee or a Coke or a I don't know, not sponsored by the way. Maybe get yourself a cuppa, something like that. If you're in Australia, you'll be getting yourself a cuppa because it's cold. But if you're up north, you know what? You'll probably be getting yourself a cold Coke or an iced tea or something like that. Now, I'm doing black borders around my photos because this is, when I pull it back in shot, give me a second. There we go. That's what I had in my head. Remember years ago, you used to get in your magazines, you still probably do, I just don't buy them. You used to get crosswords and they had little photos in the middle of it. That's what my head was thinking. It didn't really work. Photos were too big. Didn't work. But that's okay. So here I have made the executive decision to put the black edges on. I can't keep looking at it. It's not balanced. It doesn't look balanced to me. Would you have put the black edges on, or would you not have put the black edges on? Let me know down below. Let me know what you think, because for me personally, I couldn't get it to work without them. See, it just makes so much more sense once they're on there. And a boom bada bing, now it makes more sense. The only problem I had is I had to drop them down from a 1/4 inch edge border to an 1/8 of an inch roughly, and I just cut it by hand. If you wonder, I have had a few people ask me, how can you cut so straight? The secret is in the length of your scissors. These are the Tim Holtz 9-inch shears, and they are amazing. There was a bit of a learning curve when I first started because I didn't use scissors like this, but now they make my life so much quicker, and I can get a perfectly straight cut with them. It's amazing. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, and he's done an amazing job with those. Also, you can get those at Crazy Craft Obsession as well. And you can get the little tiny ones that you can see there in frame. Those two pairs of scissors, that is what I use 99.99% of the time. Now, the photos. So I'm having a little bit of a play where I'm going to put these. Now, see, that's my own stupid fault. If I put the lid back on properly. So, see, I keep having to put the pin in there because I know there's a little gloopy bit in there. I have to get in there and get it back out, but I'm trying not to wreck the flow of the video. So now I'm just adding a little bit of craft foam to the back of my middle photo to raise it up, just for a point of interest. I'm not going with lots of tiz and frizz on this particular layout at this stage. So now when you're looking at it like that, it's coming together. Now this is where I have no more patience. I have to fix the bottle because I can't get the glue out. I actually sit and fix the bottle shortly. Trust me, it was starting to drive me bonkers. I really couldn't there you go. There it is. I knew it was coming up shortly because I couldn't handle it any longer. So as you can see, with the black border around the outside edge and the frame around every single element having that black frame, it just allows everything to pop. You can do that with any color. Any color. If you've got the contrasting black, white, and the color, it works a treat. And it just so happens that the Tropical Tango Lunar paste, put on the way I did it, it matches perfectly. Now, I cut off the choose happy because I didn't really need that. What I'm trying to do is I want to make a list of words to find in the crossword. Now, I don't know if I told you this, but the reason I want to have the crossword in there is because I want my album to be interactive, not just for the minute that I'm making it, but for generations to come. You know, my grandchildren, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. I want them to be able to look at this and go, oh, wow, that was pretty cool. You know, I mean, I don't know if they're even going to say the word cool in 100 years' time. But, you know, I don't even know if this will be around that long. But, you know, bear with me. We can have a chuckle that it will be. So I've written my list of words to find. And it's at this point that I've gone, okay, I'm really liking how this is going. It's very simple. You could quite easily stop at this point. Now, what I decided to do was colour in a couple of the words because that could then become my title. I do end up actually putting a different title on the page, but this was originally going to just be my title, the words that I had coloured in, but I wanted it to be completely obvious that it is actually a crossword and there are words hidden in there. So I end up giving it a title, calling it Find a Word, because that allows the reader, the person, whether it's your child, whether it's a small child, they know there's words in there to be found. Now, when it comes to doing this kind of layout, this is what we're doing here in the class. How else could you do it? You could do something like this for your children's school layouts. You know, you could do it for, you know, preschool. You could do handprints. You could do all that sort of thing. You could do a crossword in a handprint. You could do their favorite foods that year. It could be, you know, we know toddlers go through stages where they live on like 2-minute noodles and think they can survive forever on it. You know, things like that. You could do that. You could do teenage words. You know, when teenagers get to the point and all you get out of them is, yeah, cool, yeah, sweet, whatever. Use those words. Get those grumpy photos, get them on there, do a crossword. These are the words you used when you were 15. So then when they come back and look at these, once they've had children and they want to pull their own hair out, you can pull this page out and go, find the most common word you used in 2023 or 2024. You know, the ideas are endless, truly. It could be their favourite colours. They might, you know, their favourite words, the list goes on. You could do it with anything. I'm using words that I've chosen words that describe my 3 girls through my eyes. Precious, they're forever. I will love them forever and ever and ever. You know, like I love it. I really seriously think this one is a great class to create, and I think it's something that we can all do something very similar to this. If you don't have this collection, you could use stamps. You could stamp out letters. You could use a punch, and maybe if you've got the small Creative Memories square punch, you could punch these out and they'll be the perfect size and they'll fit beautifully. You could do that. You could use stamps. You could use stickers. You could use, the list goes on. endless list of ideas and different ways that you could do something like this. Now, I'm coming in now with some embellishments to make it not look so clinical and crosswordy. Is that... Sorry, I need a mouthful of my drink. Hang on. Sorry. It's first thing in the morning, and I've had hay fever all night. Ugh. I'm not sick. I just have hay fever. It was really warm last night here in Queensland. I mean, it's currently 17 degrees, and I'm saying that's warm. It is for us. That's not cold, you know. So, and I've got hay fever and it's driving me crazy, but that's all right. So, now what else can I tell you? I'm adding these florals. Now, I like to lift all my leaves up and fluff them a little bit. So, even though they're very basic, sort of pansy looking flowers, they look a bit petunia, a little bit pansy, that sort of thing. I love using these little tiny flowers for this sort of thing. If you buy the larger 12 by 12 set, you get these same flowers that you can fussy cut as well, but they're slightly larger, so they take up more real estate. But you know what? I'm really enjoying the fact that these are tinier and I can use more of them on a layout to sort of fill in my gaps. I really do like that. So for me, fussy cutting is something that I like to do purely to save money, really. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you, it's a money saving thing. And for example, with this particular kit that went out, I think they do still, I'm pretty sure at this point Cass has still got, over at Crazy Craft Obsession, they do still have this A5 stack in stock. So if you want to grab the kit, I'm sure you will still be able to grab it if something like this grabs your attention and you really like the colors and stuff. Feel free, jump on over there. The link is in the description below. Now, where am I at now? This is roughly where I'm getting to the end of where it would be acceptable to stop, and that would be classed perfectly. No mixed media, no full on. I don't class it to be full mixed media if I've just used some LUNAR paste. Okay, the LUNAR paste, it doesn't. When it comes to mixed media, it doesn't have to go over the top on every single layout. This one, you can see all the time was put into the find a word. You know, you can see that. I also, and I am adding a few little butterflies. FYI, guys, I love dragonflies and butterflies. In case you haven't noticed that I will put a butterfly on as many pages as I can. I love them. I absolutely love them. Now, I'm just going to fill in the find a word. I was going to leave it just clear, but it didn't stand out enough, and that's actually the title now. So when you get to this bit, that is fine. It's after this that I decide, okay, now I'm going to take it that step further, and I'm going to call it Karenizing it. I'm going to Karenize it a little bit and take it just to that next level. So I'm more than confident that each and every one of you can do everything up to this point, and even the next bit, you can do that too. I did do a doodly border all the way around because I like to have that thinner. I think it helps it pop even more. Now, I'm just doing some check boxes there to make it look even more obvious that there is actually words in there. Now, once it's to that point, that's fine. However, I decided to pull out the PINKFRESH Studio Clear Drops. These are the iridescent ones. You can get these from Crazy Craft Obsession. I know they have them in stock. These things are stunning. If you want to try any of these little drops, start with these ones, because these ones are stunning. The reflection, they are just beautiful. They're not just clear. I can't even speak. They're so beautiful. They look like, well, they're iridescent. They kind of look like, you know, water on oil. Yes, I spilt them then. Did you see that? Boo boo. That one's gone in the bloopers. They've got like an oil look to the top of them. I've got them in my hand. Can you hear it? They've got like an oil to the top of, oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is where you can stop there. Any point from where I put the find a word on there, you can stop. But this is the next steps that I like to take my layouts to, just to add a little bit extra. And look, I stuck it on the photo. You'd think I would have learnt from last time, right? See, just adding that little bit of extra bling. I like that sort of thing. So for me, I added this and then it was like, wow, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. This is the Stickles gel. It's the range of Stickles and it's called, I think they've still got this in stock. I'm pretty sure they do. It's a little tub and it's gold stars and glitter and it's gorgeous. It's a gel and you just swipe it on and it's that easy. Look how much it makes it all pop. So I love that, guys. Now, I hope you've stuck around all the way to this point because it looks amazing. Let me know below if you think this was worth it. Did you get value from this video? Do you feel that this is something that you would like to see more of? Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I know there's quite a few people that haven't, that are watching, and I'm happy to have you no matter what. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. Is there a collection coming up that you would like me to use for another class? Let me know that too. Now, I did put this back down and there is something else that I was going to do to the page. And I think, did I put more on here? I don't think I did. I think I've just forgotten to press stop. Did I? Yes, I did. I forgot to put in, I know what it was. I forgot to put some dots down my butterfly. Now, here is a mistake. I should have stopped and stopped right where I was because I pulled out the NUVO crystal drops in black and I should have I meant to grab the Ranger liquid pearls. This one is quite liquidy and it was a bit too runny. I didn't really like it. But we live, we learn. Next time, stop. So there you go. So there is my, I'm just lifting up his little wings to make sure that the black stays in the center of the butterfly, and it's dried now and it's fine. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will be back with you again real soon. Don't forget to do the like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. It helps out my channel no end and it costs you absolutely nothing. Thank you so much, guys. I'll chat to you again soon. Bye for now.